Welcome to our Amud Yomi Shiur. We are continuing in Maseches Makkos, Daf of Beis Amud Aleph, 22a. Chaf Beis Amud Aleph, Rabbi Isai. 3 minutes late. This year is Leil Nishmas of Imar Menachem Ben Akiva, Rus Basholem, Sobas Moshe, Ula Atzlochas, Vatzolas, Kol Klal Yisrael. Soldiers, Chatufim, Chayalim, Shem Shmo. Let's continue. Yeah, we are in the Mishnah. Now, for the first time, we're going to actually discuss from here, this Mishnah and the next, the actual order of the Makkos. When they would have to actually lash someone, now that we know who has to be lashed and who doesn't, let's say, how does that actually take place? How do you actually give the Makkos? You hit someone in the face, what do you do? Slap him, smack him? What's going on? Zog the Mishnah, Kama Malkin Oisoi, how many Makkos does the person receive, how many lashes? Although it says in the Torah 40, the amount of Malchus the one should receive are 40, but minus 1. I think it's 39. Shenema b'mispar arboim. As the Gemara will explain, although it says 40, it doesn't just say 40. It says b'mispar arboim. What does mispar arboim say? Literally means the number arboim. Or mispar means counting 40. Minyan, counting, sheu samuch le'arboim. If the mispar arboim means, the word mispar arboim means counting up to 40. The number that is counting as you're counting along, and the next one will be 40, the number that gets you to 40, that's mispar arboim. You count X in order to get to Y, in order to get to arboim. Therefore, 39. Well, obviously 39. When you count from 1 to 40, the one number before 40 is 39. When the Torah says mispar arboim means minyan shu samuch la'arboim, the number which is right before 40, as the Gemara will explain more. Yeah, it's the number leading up to 40. Rabbi Yehuda says no, he does not darshan the word mispar. He means mispar means number, he thinks, and therefore he really has to get 40. In other words, according to Rabbi Yehuda, you get 40. We're going to see later that the number 3 is an extremely important number when it comes to Malchus. Yeah, you only give a person Malchus with numbers that can divide, numbered that are dividable by 4, by 3, by 3, by 3, by 3, by 3. And therefore, you, according to and the 2 Malchus you give him on the back and 1 in the front, either in the chest or the stomach, you give 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to see a lot of nafkaminas from this, breaking the 39 into units of 3. That's how it goes. Yeah, these are units of 3, 3, 3, 3. According to Rabbi Yehuda, we broke that. Yeah, we broke that beautiful symmetry of 3, 3, 3 because you have number 40. Number 40 does not divide to 3. So where does that odd one out? When do you give it to him? Bank safe of. You don't do it on any of the the sides of the bank, but right here by the nape, bank safe of in the middle between his shoulders. Bank safe of straight, by the nape, and the spine between the 2 shoulder blades. That's according to Rabbi Yehuda where the middle one should be, the last one, the last uneven one. And when a person comes to Beis Din, because what did he do? Ate chazi, he wore shatnez, married to a kohen, married to a grusha, all types of fun stuff. And now we always have to assess him. We assess, and sometimes we reassess. But let's say there was one assessment, and we decided, a doctor, whoever assesses him, an expert, we have to assess this guy or this girl. If they're going to get that amount of malchus, they're going to die. We don't want them to die. It says, Lo Yosef, you're not allowed to add one more makkah, right, over 39, or you're not allowed to add a makkah that he cannot tolerate, that he cannot take. And therefore, before you start the lashes, you have to be, smart in advance, and you have to know, will the person be able to withstand and tolerate those malchus, or maybe he's going to die. So let's say they decided, whoever's there, the experts, that this person can receive 12 makkos. That's so nice. Why is it nice? because 12, I think, is divided by 3, right? Very nice. You give 3 units of 3. Okay, very good. What about if you decided that now this guy can only receive 10? Dr. Shmonzalovsky, who works for Beis Din, he decided that we are in Daf. You know what he decided? That we're Makkos Chav Beis Amud Aleph. That's a decision. Have Beis Amud Aleph, bottom of the page. Dr. Shmonzalovsky decided that this guy can receive 10 Malkus. You give him, 11 Malkus, it's already a problem. You can't give him 10 Malkus because you know why? Let me surprise you. 10 does not divide by 3. So maybe it will be a Srume and we'll have units of 3 and give him 12. Push it a little bit. Nothing's going to happen. Or give him the other 2 another time. That's odd. No. In other words, since it has to be divided by 3, you give him the next lower number, which is divided by 3, which is 9. Yeah. In other words, you only give people malchus that can be divided by 3, and if the assessment is somewhere in between, you always go lekula, you give him 1 less. Okay? V'chule. Anything that breaks into 3, let's say 16, you have to give him 1 less, so it's 15, right? 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So now you don't have to be jealous, it's fine. Now, 1 minute, please. Press the second, please. Now, Makkos lishtalish, before we continue, you have to know that Beis Din was also makel, as we see from the spirit of things that are Rishonim. Just like by Sanhedrin, we learned that before they'd give a person Misa, they'd be very, very, very wary. Malchus, I don't think it was as much, but within the system of Malchus, we always try and make sure that the person should not die and should not get too much shame, and we're going to see sources for that. Okay, before we continue, I'll hear your question. Okay, Amdu lekabel arboim. Now, let's see the following case. Let's say they assessed the person and decided he may receive 40 malchus, like a big boy, meaning 39, and nothing's going to happen. Veloike miktsas. Now, let's just choose a number that's mentioned later, 18. Let's say he got 18. 18 is divided by 3. And then the reassessed. The amdu she'en yochel kabel arboim. All of a sudden, they realized, no, they reassessed him. Maybe they saw that the guy is, crouching or screaming or really weak. And they reassessed him. And they realized what we assessed originally is wrong. We thought he can get 40. He got lashes, let's say 18. We're assessing again. He can't get more malchus. Then he is potul. In other words, that assessment, I didn't like what I just said now. It's not because now he's weak. The reassessment means that this kind of person, bichlal, cannot get malchus. It's a whole new reassessment. The first assessment we doubt already. Now we say, no, he can't get 40. Maybe he can only get 18. Or maybe he can get, less even. And then we say he's potur. What does potur mean? By the way, this sugya has many, many explanations in the Rishonim. I follow the Meiri. For a change, the Meiri has one clear, concise derech here, much more than the Rivan or even others. And basically, I'm following the Meiri here. They assessed he can get 40. He started getting, and then they assessed, no, he can't take the 40. Potur. According to the Meiri, he goes home. He's not going to get any more malchus because he already got some malchus, and that's good enough. He finished. Now, the other way, Amdu lekabel 18. Let's say they assessed him to receive 18. Originally came to Beis Din. They saw the guy. They assessed him that he can get 18 and no more. He got 18, and he is the Jewish version of Sylvester Stallone. And now, after 18, he goes, no, he just scrapes off the blood. He's absolutely no problem. Well, let's reassess. Looks like he can get 40. No, so let's start giving 40. No, he's potur. Why is he potur? Do you or don't you go with the new assessment? The answer is very, very simple. I mean, it's simple, let's say enough. As I told you, Alan, we're always makel with malchus. In other words, whether the more lenient assessment was at the beginning or at the end, listen carefully to what I'm telling you now to avoid mistakes in future. Listen carefully to every word. Since he received some malchus, so he got some kind of punishment, that's why we're makel. Yeah? whether the beginning was 40, assessment 1 was 40, assessment, reassessment was 18, or the other way around. What I'm writing here is not true, is not the Mishnah. Says the Mishnah, you know what the story is? In any event, we say that you always go lakula. Why do you go lakula? Because there were malchus. As long as you got some kind of malchus, right? 18 or whichever, so he got something. Because he is not completely going scot-free, getting off the hook, Mimela we say, okay, let's always be more makel, let's always follow the more lenient assessment. Good. Beseder, let's follow the assessment that's more lakula, and do what? And then we'll be able to, I'm sorry about that. We'll be more lakula, and then what? He got it. He got something. He got the bizoyon. He got some pain in his back. The new assessment says 40. I don't care. We'll make it because he got some part of the punishment. Okay? That's what the Mishnah says. Later on, we'll see more stuff, and that's on the whiteboard. Right now, that's all we have to know. Zdok de Gemore. My time. Yeah, what's the reason? What's the reason that we decided that 40 is really 39? It says 40 in the Torah. Says the Gemara as follows. Iksiv alboim b'mispar. If you would have told me the Torah would have written 40, that's counted. 40, which you have already counted. Havamin alboim b'minyona. I would say, okay, alboim is part of the counting. Alboim, I counted 40, and then I say 40 was the count. 30, 39, 40 is what should be counted. I would say 40. But hashta dechtiv b'mispar alboim, the Torah changed the order and wrote mispar arboim, number. Before the word arboim, you write the word number or the word counting. We say minyan shu soichem es arboim. Mispar arboim means it's a number that leads up to 40. It's that minyan that is right before that counts up to, leads up to 40. Mispar, then arboim. And that mispar is what you should lash the guy with, i.e. 39. I think it's exeras hakosu with a remez. I can't say understand it 100%, but basically mispar arboim means there's mispar before the word arboim, meaning 39. And the Ritva says that Enechnami, when the Torah talks about round numbers, many times it means the number before. The Torah always likes to round up numbers, even though it really means one number less. Which mitzvah do we commit, do we perform during a certain period of the year, which is exactly like this? There's one number written in the Torah, and we follow a different number. Shavuot, and the winner is Peret, the trip to Hawaii. No. Very good. It says Tisperu 50 yom, count 50 days, and really you can count 49. Yeah, and the Rishonim talk about it. Tisperu 50, Tisperu doesn't mean, whenever it says count 50, it means V'lo ad bichlal. Count up to 50, count up to 40, meaning stop yourself short one number before. Yeah, that's how the Torah's logic and numbers work. Okay, Amarove continues Ovid to comment about Ameratzim. Kama tipshoi shar inshi. How stupid are the rest of the people, meaning the Ameratzim, the kaimi mekami sefer Torah. You have a lot of people, Baruch Hashem, they stand up. Yeah, when they see a sefer Torah coming, they open the aura and they stand up on their feet and hopefully close their mouth. That doesn't always happen. People talk during Sefer Torah, which is a terrible sin. But they stand up when the Sefer Torah comes. When a great person comes to the room, a Talmid Chacham, they don't stand up. They're not in favor of Talmid Chachamim. They stand up in honor of the Torah, not in honor of the Talmid Chacham. You know why this is foolish? And soon we'll explain more in depth. In the Sefer Torah, it says 40. If you just read the Torah kapshutoi, you read the Torah like a karoi, you read the Torah like a little child, like Rabbi Elizabeth, it says 40, right? And really, Rabbanon came and taught us that really it's 39. What does that mean? It sounds like Chachomim have more koyach than the written text, and that's true. If you have the written text without Chachomim, you don't know what you're doing. You have it all wrong. Yeah, it's like reading English without reading how to read. Yeah, you read kni, right? Well, somebody doesn't know how to read English properly, he's going to make many mistakes. True. Same thing over here. You don't know how to really interpret and read the Torah. The Marsha says something very, very nice. Why do Talmidei Chachamim? Why do Amiratzim don't respect Talmidei Chachamim? One of the reasons is it says in Sanhedrin, Daf around Tzadi something. It says because they say those Chachamim. What does it help? All these people in the Besmedrish. Why did they kvetch? It doesn't really make any difference la halacha. You know, these rabbis, they never told us. The Gemara says they never told us 1 second that a raven is kosher. I want to eat a raven. They never tell me raven is kosher. Meaning all these pilpul and iyun doesn't really make any difference to our lives. First of all, it's tam shtuyot because Torah has its own value. Secondly, you guys are downright wrong. It's not true. Look, if you didn't have Chachamim and Besmedrish learning the Messiah, you would have gotten 40 malchus. You have to be grateful to the Chachamim because of them. You have 1 lash less, right? So what Chachamim learn in Besmedrish makes a huge difference to your everyday life. You don't realize that, right? Plus the fact that it's even for your benefit. It's for benefit. It's good for you. Chachamim are, minimizing, taking away 1 lash out of 40, so you better respect them as much as you respect the Torah itself. And you have to stand up when a Talmud Chacham comes, Daled Amis, when it comes to your Daled Amis, when he steps through the door, it's a Shaila. Yes, Rabbi? Right. Oh, now we're going to the fun part. Now we're going to have some fun. Okay. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Arbaim Shleimois. Oh, Omer Bitzchak. My time de Rabbi Yehuda. What's the reason? Why does Rabbi Yehuda say that the Malchus, which you're going to give, that Malka number 40, is given right between the shoulder blades in the middle of the back? Why? Why did Rabbi Yehuda choose that location? Dichtiv, it says in Zechariah, it says about what the Nevi'eh Sheker, what they're going to face when Mashiach will come. And it says, Ma Makkos ben Yodecha. People ask the Novi, what are those Makkos between your hands? Meaning between your arms, between the back of the arm. This is how he's learning. Hands and arms are the same word in Hebrew. Yadayim. This is all Yadayim. What are those lashes between your hands? Those marks. I was hit by those who love me. So Rabbi Yehuda learns, nothing to do with the Nevi'im, halacha. Those who love you are Beis Din. You know what Beis Din lash you? Because they love you. They want you to get kapara. You did something really, really bad. You mamish transgressed and went against the word of Hashem himself. That's very severe. And Beis Din love you. It says that the one who gets the lash of love is dafka there between the hands, between the arms. I the Rabbanon. Why do Rabbanon? Why didn't they choose that location? That talks about kids in school. Kids in school, if one has to hit them, should hit them over there. Why over there? I saw either the Marsha, one of the Rishonim, because that's not dangerous. To hit the person over there, to hit on the face can be dangerous, on the head, whatever, on the heart, but in the back is relatively a safer place, in the middle of the back, and therefore there is no sakono, and you can do that to the children. That is not something done today, but Maker din that was done. Okay, now we're going to have fun. Now we're going to the real sugya. Now comes real fun. Oh, what did we say here? What did we say in the Mishnah? The person was assessed. The first assessment was 40. Then they reassessed him, but there was, in between, there was what? Malchus. And then they assessed him for 18. How much gets? 18. They assessed him to get 18. He got, Malchus. And then they assessed him to 40. He gets 18. Not 40, 18, right? He gets always the easier one. Why? Because he already received the oynish. Zog the Gemara loko in, loy loko loy. That's why I made an X in the middle. Let's say there was no Malchus in between. 40, there was no Malchus. They reassessed him. I called my good friend Reuven Berman, who knows Malchus very, very well, and asked him, why did they reassess? There was no Malchus. Why did this time reassess? So he said, Mistoma, the pshat is, they felt there was something wrong with the first assessment. For whichever reason, the first assessment was that a reason, whichever one, to think that something is illogical. A new doctor came, a new assessment, something in the first one didn't schmeck right. So now, number 40 was the first assessment, the reassessment 18. Let's say there were no Malchus, you mistome follow the second one. We assume that the second one, which was done better, which was the whole idea was the first one was it, now we'll do a better assessment. We follow the better one, 18. He was assessed 18 and did not get Malchus, and then he was assessed for 40, he'll get 40. Why? Because we don't have that mitigating factor oh, cutesy, he was already punished. He wasn't punished. He wasn't punished. And therefore, here we're not, no questions for the next 5 minutes. Not even, please, no raising the hands. Now, 18, this I work a lot on. And I'm following one pshat because there are many, what's funny? Because there are many, many pshatim in the Rishonim. I called Reuven, he's a big mumch in Makkos, and I told him the sugi, he said, oh no. So what I'm giving you now is Baruch Hashem, clear, concise pshat, based on one Rishon, that's very clear. 18, Malchus, and they say, comes a new reason, a new factor, a better assessor, better doctor, something. And he said, this guy 18, he seems to be good for me. He seems to me to be good. Get 40. You give him 40. Why not? You can't say Putzi Kutzele, you already got your Oynish. You didn't get his Oynish. So you follow the second assessment. That is what we're medayek from the Mishnah. It's not written in the Mishnah, it's inferred from the Mishnah. And so far, so good. There's a Braisa. There's a Braisa that contradicts what we said. Wide line, Uraminu. Amdu lekabel arboim. They assessed him that he's big and strong and he can get 40. Then they reassessed him, he cannot get 40. Let's stick to 18. Potu, he'll get what? He'll get the 18. He'll get 2. He'll get the Potter one. He'll get 18. He'll get the smaller number, or maybe even 0. Now, Amdullah Kabel Shmonaisre, they assessed him to get 18. V'chozu b'amdu shochel kabel arboim, potu, bopa. 40, 18, 18, 18, 40, 18. That's a contradiction. That's a contradiction. Here in the Mishnah, we infer 18, and then we assessed you again, and you didn't get one lash. You didn't see the rod, nothing. You get 40. The new assessment is, for whichever reason, more reliable, better, done under better medical supervision. Okay? Here, all of a sudden, we're singing a different song. 18, and then 40. Oh, cutesy, we love. Oh, we're Californian. 18. Make up your mind. Stire. Answers the Gemara. Omer Rav Sheshes lo kashe. It's not difficult. Ho damdu le yomi. Ho damdu le mocha uleyoymo uchra. Says Rav Sheshes, depends. Case number 1. Yeah. When they assessed him, it was the same day. The same day, assessment number 1 and RA reassessment were done the same day. 9 o'clock, they assessed him that he can chop 18, and 12 o'clock they assessed he can get 40. Now, in the same day, a person's constitution doesn't change that much. May be tired after breakfast, before breakfast, but such an unbelievable change we assume cannot happen so quickly. And therefore, the first assessment is downright wrong. And we should erase it and delete it from the records. It was just a sad mistake. The first assessment, we follow less, so much less. The one day, such a great change happened? No. And therefore we follow the second assessment, and that's what we'll do also l'chumra. As much as we love people and you don't inflict pain, but if you can chop 40, you get 40, mister. The first assessment was poshet a mistake. Here, on the other hand, the Braisa, nevertheless, talks about a different case. They assessed him on Sunday, saying that on Tuesday, he'll be able to receive 18 Malchus, or 40, whichever, yeah? Comes Tuesday, and now we reassess. Now, between Sunday and Tuesday, a lot can happen. Yeah, all of a sudden, boom, high blood pressure, boom, story, right? Or whatever, things shot up, his sugar, his thing. Yeah, whatever, his constitution changes within a few days because the first assessment was not wrong. It was right for Sunday. Now on Tuesday, he really changed. There's no right and wrong. I would say there's relevant and irrelevant, which means, let's start from the easy case. When it's 40, yeah, when they said on Sunday, okay, for whichever reason we can't do the Malchus now, we'll do it on Tuesday. And we assess you on Sunday, come on Tuesday, we'll welcome you in with a big smile and a nice rod in our hands, not rod, whip. 40, you'll get 40. On Tuesday, they assessed him, he can only get 18. 18, we follow what? The current one. Yeah, we follow the one that's now you're 18. We were not wrong then. You changed. And therefore, yeah, 18 is it. Now, 18 and 40. Why didn't you give him 40? Here we must say what I told you all along. It's not so clear in the Mefoshim, it's a bit in the Rivan. 18 and 40, you are now deserving to 40. But because the 18 assessment wasn't wrong, it was less relevant, but it's not like a complete delete the system. We put it in parentheses. It's a dormant. You sometimes can only get 18. Now you went to the gym and you went and you this and you ate protein and you did this and that. Now you can get the 40. Seder. But Lemaisa, because conceptually you are not out of the 18 either, not completely out of the picture to get 18. Mimele, we choose to be makel because when it comes to Malchus, we want to be nice and friendly and be more humane, and therefore he's going to get 18. Yishtabach shmo la'adu lenetzach netzachim. Baruch Hashem. Questions are welcome for the next few minutes. Just to make clear, whenever we say 40, we don't pass on the Korbiuda, we really mean 39. 40 means 40 minus 1. It's like already, we're talking in codes. 40 means 40 minus 1. Okay, shkoch. Yes. Okay. Zog deilige mishne. Ova avera sheyesh b'shnei lavin. This is now very interesting. A person broke not one lav, with one maisa. Yeah, you managed to break 2 lavim. Give me an example. Very easy. No, yesterday. Yeah, you did one action and you broke 2 lavim. No. Yeah, you plowed with a donkey and a bull together. Kilayim. Boom, beautiful. Shochamo and kilayim. So now they take you to Beis Din. How many lashes do you owe, so to speak? 39 times 2. That's 78. You know, 78. Weiter. Over wer shesh b'shnei lavin. Amdu oimed echad lo ikiu potu. They assess the guy. He's supposed to get 39 plus 39 when? Today. You're right. Why should we push the din? He's supposed to get the oynesh. Let's get over and done with it. 39, boom, boom, boom. Okay, you can take it. Another 39. And you know what? If he can, great. If the guy is, Schwarzenegger in the Jewish version, give him 39 plus 39, go home, rest, and for a month. Good. But the chiddush is, what's loike upotu? Let's say they assessed him for, I'm speaking very roughly, 1.5. Let's say they assessed him that he can only have 39 and another 12. What do? You tell him, you don't tell him, you do. You lash him 39 plus 12, and that's it. That's a gain for him. Yeah, he won the lottery. Why? Because we don't tell him come back another day and have the other 39. Because the 2 averos are nidoin together, are judged together, the Miri says even if the 2 averos not together, but the mishpat, the Miri doesn't say, but there's some kind of connection there. He came to Beis Din because 2 offenses. So now, let's say he can chop 39 plus 12. You give him 39 for eating chazir, 12 for eating nevela, let's say, right? Okay? And that's it. Goes home. That's a chiddush. Why? Because we view the 2 together, and since together only 39 plus 12 can be done, he's getting a good bingo of a bargain. He doesn't have to get the rest of the 39. Okay. However, the next case, Vim lav, let's say he cannot chop more than 1. He can only chop 39. He actually lost. If the guy was assessed by the Dayonim, by the doctors, by whoever sits over there, and he he cannot chop more than 39. His maximum, min hashamayim, is just 39, not 1 more. Then we say, but he's chayev too. He can't get off the hook, right? You ate chazer, and you ate what? Also nevelas. No, you chayev 39 for the chazer. You can't chop today more than 39. See you next month. Then go home, go to the whatever. Your wife will treat you nicely, maybe get a nurse, all very nice for a month, for I don't know, long 2 weeks. See you later. With a big smile on our faces, we'll welcome you to the other session of 39. You can't get away with 0, right? And you can't chop more than 39. Fine, then we cut it. Bekitzer, we don't believe in, we believe in fractions. But this is a whole, 39. That's it. So what about the other 39? Come later, when you can again heal, get better, and then get the other 39. Frag the Gemara, okay? Again, it's still from the Braisa. Frag the Gemara, Vatanya, it says in the Braisa, Ein oimdin oimed echad l'shnei lavin. Oh, the Braisa says outright against what you said. It says that you do not assess one assessment for two lavim, which means if I'm chayiv because I ate chazer and I also ate nevela, something shechted by McKinley, and then what? I'm not. No, there's no combining fractions, schmections. No, no, no. You judge each one separately. Rabbi, I don't care how much you have to get now. 39. Goodbye. We assess it for 39. Although you can get a bit more than 39, no, don't start giving me the fraction business. 39 now. You can get more than 39. I don't want to hear you. I will now welcome you to Beis Din. After 39, you chap 39. Go home, rest nicely, and have the bandages and a nice care from Leumit. And then I'm doing advertisement here. And then what? And then get another 39 in a month's time. No, that's mamish against the Mishnah. Answers the Gemara, no. Omar of Sheshes lo kasha. Hadam dul arboim v'chada. The difference is whether they assessed him for 41 or for 42. Very, very, very good. What did we say? What's the difference, my friends, between number 41 and 42? Let's learn some math today. I'll teach you. 41 and 42. Which one is divisible by? 42 is divisible by 3. Very good. Which means if the person, there's fractions and there's fraction of the fraction, which means since we only believe in units of dra, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, we say very good. The Mishnah that said you can get 39 plus a part, a section of the second one is when he was assessed for how much? 42. Very good. 42 means you got 39 whole for Chazer, big boy. Now you get an entire unit of 3 for eating Nevaile. So you got 42, 39, good, plus a respectable 1 full whole unit of 3 for the second. That's 42. And then we'll do it right away. Bingo. We don't want to see him again. You're not going to get all the rest of the Makkos of the second one because you got the significant, halachically recognized amount of the second one. Good. Masha'enkin 41, yesh gvul. If 41, no. What does 41 mean? 39 plus 2, 40, and 41. We don't believe in twos. There are no twos. Have you ever seen lately a 5 agorot coin? Anybody? Not in your drawer, which you forgot from 10 years ago. I meant in the store. No, you don't, right? Because they don't exist. Your pushka from 10 years ago, right? I'm saying in the store, there's no 5 agorot because I'm glad you have it. Nice. People your age, I appreciate you. In other words, some fractions are too small. We don't believe in twos. And therefore, if you can get 41, then what? 39 plus 2, there's garnish. 2 is like 0. 0. Immediately you get 39 now. Go home, drink your tea, wine a little bit to your wife, and then come again to get an entire new unit of 39. Because if you have less than 3, it's kilo you have 0. 39 plus 0, last time I checked, is 0. It's 39, I meant. It's 39. Get it now. Finished. Then next time you get the other one. Yeah, very good. Beseder? Oh, Baruch Hashem. Zog the Eilige Mishnah. Keitzad Malkin Oisoy. Now we're going to the gruesome details. I just want to say something hashkafik before we continue. Even though I'm extremely pressurized here because we have to finish on Sunday, I want to explain something in a nice, friendly tone, nice, friendly manner. Because we are very influenced by the Western world, and we always view the world of other religions, I don't want to say, as very cruel and very gruesome, so we tend to think that Malchus is something we can relate to. Do you take a person and you hit him? Well, the answer is no. First of all, a person who did such a terrible thing, he went against the Kadosh Baruch Hu, he deserves the lashes. That's a simple answer. Yeah, he deserves the lashes. We're trying not to inflict too much pain. As we see, we assess him, we do our best not to kill him. They don't do that in North Korea, and I'm not joking for a change. I've heard all those things there. They don't mind that they lash to death. We lash the person in a way that is, on one hand, harsh and should be a deterrent not to do it again and teach others not to do it, because that's the law. I would like just to add what I told you before, but I'll try to say it nicer, and that is the Western version of punishment, which is jail, seems to be more humane, and it's not. I was a jail rabbi for a while, and I'm telling you, not rabbi of the whole jail. I mean, I used to teach in jail, and they all said, they definitely prefer getting 39 Makkos, and they know what Makkos are. They know how to give them and to receive them. I taught serious criminals Torah, and they would say 39, you go home and finish. Jail is an ongoing insult for them, for the families. It's no hope. It's a horrible situation. You lose your freedom for years. It's way, way, way worse for the human self-esteem. And it's just the Western world way, the very Western idea. What looks nice in the Western eyes is nice, and it's not true. Just because you have a jail at the end of town and the so-called bad people go there, and everybody else walks around free, it's just a way to be an ostrich and close their eyes. That's all. But what goes inside the jail is way worse than Makkos. And there's a lot of Makkos going inside between the prisoners themselves, and even worse than Makkos, which I won't mention here. So I'm saying the Western world does not have a better solution, I'm saying. And we should not be influenced by the media and the shtuyot of Esav, which is the Western world. Off the soapbox, yeah, and into the Mishnah. Zog the Mishnah. Ketzad Malkin Oisoi. How does Beis Din lash the person that has to be punished? They would have an Amud. They would have like a post, a pole, which he says here. Interesting. The other Shon would say, the pole was more or less the height of a person, an amma and a half or 2 ammas tall was the post in the corner of Beis Din. They would tie the hands of the punished, of the what do you call punished? The person who's punished, the liable person, the perpetrator, to the thing, to the stick, to the pole on both sides. Helach ve'elach. The chazan knesses. Oh, the one who would do the job would be the chazan, not the chazan who knows us to sing nicely, not the Yosel Rosenblatt. Chazan knesses means the gabbai, the person who takes care of the matters of Beis Din. Chazan, because he is chozeh. He has to see, he has to foresee and see to it that everything is done right. What kind of person he was, parents, we're going to see in the Gemara. Oiches bibgodov, the chazan knesses would be the one giving the lashes. First of all, would hold the clothes of the person, the garments. Im nikru, nikru, v'im nifremu, nifremu. If he holds his clothes, if he tears them, he tears them, or if he unravels and unravels. In other words, achu megale sliboy. The idea is to expose at least the top part of the body of the person. According to many Rishonim, not all, the Malchus were 2 in the back, Khalila, and 1 in the chest. Yeah? These were the places where it get hit, and it had to be on the exposed skin. The even esunamachov, behind the punished person would be a stone as a sitting place for, that would be the seat of, not the seat, the standing place of the Chazan Knesses. There was a stone behind the one being hit. Chazan Knesses oimed olov. The Chazan Knesses would stand behind him. The Tiferes all says not too far away from him, so you shouldn't see the whip and get scared. You do it close to him, so you don't have that effect of, the whole sound and the action of the whip being too long. The retzua biyodo shel egel. The retzua, the whip in the hand of the whipper, would be made out of egel. There's a reason for it. Yeah, as we're going to see in the Gemara, would be made out of the skin of a calf, of a baby cow. Kfula echad l'shnayim v'shnayim la'arbo. There were really 2, like a keto 9. Instead of keto 9, keto 2 or 4. There'll be 2 etzuas, 2 lashes, two whips connected, but separate, like that. And each one would be doubled over, would be folded together, like 4 layers, 2 and 2. It would be somehow double layer, or Tiferes says like folded over. Like you have a thicker piece of skin because it was double, and there were 2 of them. V'shnayim la'arbo, so 4 levels altogether. And there were 2 other additional retzuos made out of donkey's skin that would go up and down. What does it mean up and down? There are 2 explanations in the Rivan and in other Rishonim. Either it means, let's say this is one retzua of the cow, which is double. In the middle, you have another retzua of the chamor, the retzua of the donkey, sticking out of that, going up and down. You have a long lash, and like this little one here, that would be like jumping up and down, right? And another one over here, the same thing. Altogether, 6. Okay. The other explanation was let's say this is the tzua of the egel, would be one hole over here, and the chamon would be like intertwined. Yeah, the chamon would be sticking over here, coming over here the other way. Yeah, like a loop. Would be like a loop inside of the chamon, extra thickness. Why chamon? That is also explained. The Rambam, by the way, says, although we're going to see tomorrow in the Gemara, he behaved like an animal. Let him get the lashes with the skin of the animal. And we all know the pasuk in the Navi, Yoda chamo shol koneu, v'chamo avus ba'alav. Even the animals, they have gratitude to their owner. The chamo and shol, domestic animals, they know who the owner is. They have some gratitude. This guy who ate chazir, who wore shatnez, although he was warned, he married a grusha, a kohen, he has no gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's a terrible thing. Now, Yodo tefach, the handle of the whip was one tefach long, like to hold it. The rochvo tefach, and the width of it was also tefach. That was the width of the whip. But how long was the whip? The roish magas al pikreisoy, and the head, the top of it, the end of the whip would have to touch the stomach of the punished, which means there was no one standard length, because some people are shorter, some are taller, and therefore that would be like a modular thing. The ratzua, you'd be able to, basically, play around with it up and down until you get to the desired amount. But the idea is it should get to his stomach. Now, according to some Rishonim, he wasn't hit on the stomach. He would be hit on the back, but to the width of the back, reaching his stomach from the side. Meaning he would be hit over here, yeah, and he get to the stomach over here.
In the same plane.
Yeah, horizontally speaking. Yeah, it would be horizontally on the back, and that's what I understood from Levan. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah, it would be hit on the back, getting to the stomach from the side. Okay, that's at least according to one pshat. Now, the umak shlish melefonov v'shtei odos melachov. 1/3 he would hit him in the front, either the stomach or the chest, and 2 in the back. Could be the back. It really means like to the width of the back here, back there, and the front somehow. Yeah. Now the punished person would not be standing upright, not sitting, but basically mute, inclined forwards. You have the Amud and be inclined, like diagonally kind of thing. Yeah, shenema ve'piloi hashoifet. It says the shoifet should make him fall. He should be in a position as if he's like half fallen. The make would have to use his entire force, but I'm telling you already now, the Gemara says they did not choose the strongest people. They chose weaker people with a lot of, and that weak person would have to do it with all the strength. In other words, we don't want it to be too weak and not too strong. So we choose, the Gemara will discuss it maybe the other way. There's a whole discussion about it. The general idea is it should be somewhere in the middle. It's a guy who's not exactly the gym trainer of town, yeah, but that weak guy, yeah, he uses his maximum strength. Now, what do they do as they were giving the Malchus? They were giving him a Musar Shmuz. One of the Dayanim, his job was to read out loud, to pronounce the words from the Teichocho, which we'll all read soon, from the Parsha, Kisovoi. What's in Kisovoi? Very harsh stuff. And it says there, Imloi Tishmo, it says the Pasuk, Imloi Tishmo Latsis, as Kodi Vato Azois, Aksuvim Esefer Azeh, Leiro, V'chule, and then it says, V'hiflo Hashem, Es Makoischo, Ves Makkos Zarecho, Makkos Gdolis V'nemonois. Which means the Pasuk says, if you don't follow the path of Hashem, Hashem will smite you. Hashem will give you Makkos. So, in other words, say thank you to us. You get the Malchus, boom, 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 and you're saved from much harder Malchus B'Kodesh Baruch Hu. Now continues. What is the other pasuk that they would read? According to some Rishonim, the Girsa here is V'chozer L'Tchilas HaMikra. I mean, yeah, there were 39 lashes. That's a long time. The pasuk takes less time. They would read it again and again. But the Gohen erases it and continues to the next pasuk. Ushmartem is diva abris hazois. The words Ushmartem is diva abris hazois v'asisem oisom is actually the last pasuk in Parshas Kisovoi, right before Nitzovim. So the last pasuk in Kisovoi, that is also a pasuk that they would read upon hitting Mr. Sinner. Now, v'choisem, what's the third pasuk? on a more positive tone. That's more positive consolation. We will discuss that tomorrow, these three psukim. In other words, how exactly was synchronized, we'll see later. But basically, these three psukim, one pasuk of that Hashem would smite you, another pasuk, the end of the Techocho, and the third, Vorachum, as the lashes would go on, the Beis Din, the Dayan would read out those psukim loudly. Now, the imei stachas yodoi potu. Let's say that after all the assessments and after trying to be so humane and good, he died. He died, and Mr. Chazan, the one who lashes, he feels very bad. He killed a person by mistake. Does he go to your miklat? Maybe it's called shoygeg gakov lemezid. We said no. We said no. Very good. You remember, very nice. We saw already earlier that, right, excluding, if that's exact pasuk, something excluding who? The Rav Sheika or the Chazan Sheika, they don't go to Ir Miklat. However, oh, let's say the person got too excited. Mr. Chazan gave him one more smack. He lashed him one time too much, right? He exceeded it once, shaloi kedin, and then he died. He has to run to your miklat. He's not amazing. He's not amazing. Yeah, and I guess he's not even korv amazing, which is the chiddush. He believed, one more lash would be okay. So his level of shoygeg is the middle of the road. It's shoygeg, not korv lemezid, and therefore he has to go to near miklat, the one who runs the show in Chazana Beis Din, Chazana Knesses. Niskalkel. What happens if the person niskalkel ben berei ben b'mayim potu? The person, how do you say it nicely in English? He had an accident. He was, they started lashing him, or some say, he soiled himself, miskin, right? And the question is, when it happened before or during the Makkos, he was so nervous and so scared of the situation that he soiled himself. Bekitzer, he missed either rei or maim, either bowel movement or urine. Because of that, then he's potu. Why is he potu? Because it says v'nikla achicha. He already got the shame of the Makkos. Makkos is very shameful, even if you don't have 1,000 people watching you. So therefore, because the effect of being embarrassed already took place, the effect is there. He's potu. You don't have to hit him at all, because he's so embarrassed, he's so nervous, he's so out of it. That shows, yalla, let him go. The effect was already, took place. 1 second. Rabbi Yehuda differentiates between the genders. A man only is chayev, not chayev, is potur. The man is only potur if he's miskalkel with gdoilim. Because that's real busha, that's real bad to soil yourself and get all the dirt and all the mamish excrement. The isha b'mayim. A woman, even if she only urinated by mistake, she missed that direction, because a woman's shame is greater than that of the man. It says in Ksubas at the end, that the bush of a woman is more than a man. Women more aesthetic, more tsanua, more finicky, more finickity. And therefore, if a woman got to the point of urinating, she's potter. By a man, no. You missed a bit. Unless he really made the gedolim, then we don't pater you so quickly. So that'll give more question time. Yes. Very nice, very nice. Good question. How did the whipper get to the front? If this is a pole and he's inclined, the whipper wasn't completely behind him. He would come to the corner next to him in an angle and get to the front. That's what the Vivan says. He would be mishtalchef. He would come next to him and then, sneak in and get the front hit.
I have a second question, which is a little off the wall. Let me preempt the question with that.
Later. Thank you very much. Atzlocha brocha. May we. By the way, when Mashiach comes, nobody will get lashes. For the simple reason, says Tosfos in Sanhedrin, nobody would want to do any of Erev Amazing. Everyone will be good when Mashiach comes, and therefore, It's all a Shkofik thing. It's just theoretical. Thank you to our Anytime viewers, and thank you to people watch us on YouTube. Atzlocho v'rocho. We'll discuss the question soon. Thank you. Good day and a good week. Good Elul.